a conspiracy theory. It's kind of a dumb one, and it's kind of one that a lot of people have. Basically, my conspiracy is that the creators of The Simpsons can like see into the future. I know it's so original, right? Basically here to present my evidence and prove that Matt Groening and the other people involved in the show, I don't freaking know, are in fact involved in time travel. I don't believe that. This ain't Doctor Who, but I wish it was so badly. The show came out in like 1989, so I'm guessing that's like when season 1 came out, and then season 2 was 1990, etc. Right, that makes the most sense because they're in their 31st season and it's 2020, so mathematically that makes sense, right? I'm basically here to just like show anything I found, any articles and things in the show that I found that prove that The Simpsons can see into the future. And if my voice sounds rank and if it sounds like I can't talk, it's because I have a sore throat and I don't know what's wrong with me. Why am I filming a video and I'm probably gonna film another one later? I love that for me. Let's just get into it. So in season 6, episode 8, there is evidence of some type of like autocorrect type system when I think it was Nelson who has this like technology type thing, like a phone, probably a PDA, I don't know, and he tries to write to his friends and beat up Martin, but then it autocorrects to eat up Martha. The whole joke in that episode was that Nelson throws the PDA and then it hits Martin in the head. That's the joke. But I think it's funny because now autocorrect's a thing and it does shit like this. In season 8, episode 1, there was the discovery of the Higgs boson equation. I'm not smart enough for a conversation about science, but Homer in this episode predicts the mass of the Higgs boson particle. This was in 1998. 15 years later, in 2013, scientists found proof that the Higgs boson actually existed in an experiment, which was really cool and a really great day for science. There was also the horse meat scandal that happened in Ireland in around 2013, I think. In this episode, lunch lady Doris uses horse meat for the cafeteria lunches, and then 9 years later, after this episode aired, the Food Safety Authority of Ireland found horse DNA in over 1/3 of their beef burger samples from supermarkets and ready meals, which is terrifying and is one of the many reasons why I'm vegetarian. Like, that shit just scares me. Like, I don't know, eat what you want, I guess, but if you order a chicken burger or a beef burger, whatever, and then you find out that you've been eating horse meat all that time, even though that's not what you wanted, that's terrifying. And also, I'm sorry for the laptop edge thing. I just want to be able to read. In season 5, episode 10, there was a circus performer that was very obviously kind of a parody on Siegfried and Roy, where in Las Vegas, I think they were in Las Vegas, where one of the circus performers got attacked by a tiger. Then 10 years later, Roy from Siegfried and Roy sustained multiple injuries after one of their white tigers attacked him during a live performance. Yikes. Terrifying. I could never. Like, I have a phobia of pretty much anything, but mainly animals, especially like animals that I don't know. Like, if I'm going to a friend's house and they have a dog and it's like barking at me, even though I love dogs and I would die for every single dog, that just terrifies me. In season 2, episode 4, there was a 3-eyed fish in The Simpsons, and then in 2011, a 3-eyed fish was discovered in Argentina near a nuclear power plant, mirroring Bart finding the 3-eyed fish near the power plant that his dad works at. You can't write this shit. It's incredible. Lisa Simpson predicted Trump's presidency. And it's so crazy looking back in media and hearing people mention Trump and The Simpsons taking it to a whole other level and predicting him becoming president. And I think anyone who's interested in conspiracies like has seen that video where Donald Trump's like waving and then like the sign behind him drops and it's like exactly the same thing that happened later later when he was campaigning. So anyway, she predicted his presidency in season 11, episode 7, when she said,
"As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump."
With this being said, this episode occurs in like 2030, that's where it's set, and Trump is president now, unfortunately. That's just crazy how she predicted that Trump would be president. I mean, she could be talking about any Trump, but at this time in history, he was on those like reality TV shows. The Simpsons predicted smartwatches in season 6, episode 19, when Lisa's future husband, played by Mandy Patinkin, which is so weird to me because he has a British accent and looks like significantly younger than he does now, slash I think was at that time. It's insane to me. Like, I tried to like listen out in that episode for any time where I could go like, oh, that's Mandy, but it was just like some British dude, and I still don't believe it. It's insane. So like Lisa's future husband talks to the watch, which happens now because of the Apple Watch. In season 14, episode 2, Homer goes to rock and roll camp hosted by the Rolling Stones, and he's given a jacket with Guitar Hero written on the back of the jacket, and then the Guitar Hero game came out 3 years later. That's kind of cool. I mean, that could definitely be a coincidence, but I think it's cool. Next, I think everyone's seen it, but like I mentioned it before, the Trump riding the escalator and the sign falls behind him. Game of Thrones. So they predicted Game of Thrones, technically. I can't remember which episode it was in because I didn't write it down because I'm stupid. There was an episode where there were like some dragons that burnt down Springfield for some reason. And this happened in King's Landing in season 8, according to like everyone I've ever spoken to. That season sucks. I've only seen like the first 2 seasons and I can't be bothered watching it now. There's correlation between Prince William and Homer Simpson. They both lose their hair after finding out their wives are pregnant with a 3rd child, which is just funny more than anything. And the last one I want to talk about, which is super relevant to now and kind of the whole reason I made this video and did research on it, was that The Simpsons predicted the coronavirus, kind of, not really, in I think it was like the season 5 finale. It's titled Marge in Chains. The media hypes up the Osaka flu, as it is called in the show, to make it seem really, really scary, and a lot of people in the town get infected. It could be argued that because the Osaka flu originated in Japan and the coronavirus originated in China, it could be argued that it's like 2 completely different scenarios, but the premise remains exactly the same. A disease comes from overseas and infects a lot of people in America, and like everyone's panicking, wondering like what they can do about it, and the doctor says, or Dr. Hibbert's like, the only thing I can recommend is the placebo. That's the only cure there is right now. And then everyone goes crazy and like, where are these placebos?
Where do we get these placebos? Maybe there's some in this truck.
People are so stupid. They're like fully grown adults, don't know what the word placebo means. Ew. Like, the way that coronavirus was depicted in Springfield was a little bit silly and probably won't ever really happen. Like, especially with the coronavirus, because the coronavirus lives on cardboard packaging for around 24 hours, but in the show it stayed inside the package for like 6 to 8 weeks. Thanks for watching. I hope this was at least a little bit entertaining. Take care and have a good day. Bye.